Well, good Sunday evening, folks. It's Chief Meteorologist Austin Bowling here. We're still looking at some severe storms that have developed mainly east of Highway 81. So this still includes Jefferson County with some lingering strong storms, but there is a current tornado warning over towards the Ardmore area that is diving southeast towards at least very near the Ardmore area. Let me put this into motion here real quick as you're just joining us here. Again, if you're joining from Lawton, Duncan, Walters, Frederick, Altus, Hobart, Chickasha, there is not any severe weather in your neck of the woods. Again, this is all east of Highway 81, right along I-35. If I back it out even more, you can kind of get a picture for how things look here. Most of this activity is now east of Lawton, east of Walters, east of Anadarko. There are some storms out the Panhandle, but those continue to fall apart. There are some other severe storms down across northwest Texas as well. But again, the main complex is still here along I-35. So these are going to move east of the interstate pretty quickly and continue to be over towards Lake Texoma area with that line of storms. Dive in here real quick. We'll pick this apart with the velocity, and I think I'm going to have to go back up to Twin Lakes here. Norman gets a little bit better look here. So again, you can see this circulation area right here to the west of Springer. Again, this is for Springer, Dixon, Ardmore, Lone Grove, and we'll put this into motion, and you can see how that has played out here over the last little bit. It has weakened a little bit, but it is still persistent as it works its way towards the southeast. So still have this right in here. So there is your area of circulation. It is diving in this direction right here. So in between Springer and Ardmore, it's going to come crossing the interstate. It's not moving very quickly right now. Get the detailed information here. Again, golf ball hail and a possible tornado with this. The latest information on this is for Carter and Murray counties. Again, east of Stevens and Jefferson County. Goes until 9 o'clock. Tornado and golf ball size hail. It's moving southeast at 15 miles per hour. So not moving all that quickly. If we put southeast at 15, right about here. So it's following this line right about in here. If it holds together, put it at 15. That puts it at Ardmore around 853, at least the northern parts of Ardmore at 853, and Dixon around 920. So again, moving very slowly. This is not a confirmed tornado with this, but it is a tornadic circulation that continues to work its way towards I-35. This is east of Hilton. This is northeast of Wilson. This is north of Lone Grove, northwest of Ardmore. Again, this is east of Stevens and Jefferson counties. We are not seeing anything severe there in Stevens County. There are some possible damaging winds leaving Jefferson County and heading into the Montague County, Texas area that may clip down towards Leon, down there in Love County, and head towards Thackerville as well. But again, that is right on the Red River there. There also appears to be, in the higher up, at least some broad rotation taking place with that storm as well. But again, the strongest one that presented the tornado warning is right there for Carter and Murray counties. Continue to move very slowly towards the southeast at 15 miles per hour. So I'll hop back over here again to the reflectivity view just so that you have the traditional view. You can see a lot of lightning with these ringling down through Terrell in Jefferson County. That's going to be heading into the Ardmore US 70 down through the I-35 area through Love County. That is going to be quite a bit of a light show heading through there. So that is a strengthening storm. But as you back out here, again, you can see more storms developing down south of Henrietta, Texas, Wichita Falls, Texas. All of this continues to push off towards the east and the southeast. So again, it pretty much has completely skipped over the Duncan area, Walters, Lawton, Anadarko, Hobart, Frederick, Altus, Mangum, with this whole line. So again, I will be the first to say I did not see it completely missing all of Southwest Oklahoma. At some points today, there were tornado warnings to our west, to our south, to our north, and now to our east. So we have completely avoided uh, any severe weather. At least early on, there were some stronger storms moving through Harmon County closer to 2 and 3 o'clock this afternoon. But with the main line, we have not seen those severe weather reports here across Southwest Oklahoma. Again, you can hold that over my head if you want, but we're on record with my pastor as saying if I was to be wrong, today would be that day that I would choose to be wrong. So I'm glad that that has, at least for most counties right now, things are quiet across Southwest Oklahoma. And this may be the primary line here. This is probably going to be the primary line, continue to work its way east. It's continuing to fill in here along I-35 and will continue to race off towards the east and southeast. Kathy, you have no idea how much that is true today. That was actually a part of the sermon for today. So yes, there was a lot of prayer today, and a lot of hopeful prayers today to keep this away. And if that is what it took, then I believe every bit that that's what happened. So again, quite a bit of this continues to be over towards 35. We continue to watch that strongest storm here is approaching areas just to the north of Ardmore. There is a line of severe storms from Norman down through Pauls Valley, Sulphur, Davis, Ardmore, down towards southeastern Jefferson County, working its way through. But right now, that strongest storm continues to be right there just outside of Ardmore. And again, the circulation is still right there, right in between Springer and Ardmore, Lone Grove, excuse me. Carla, at the moment, yes. And I think we are continuing to head in the right direction, that this may be the main line is just off to our east and missing us for tonight. Again, there is your circulation right here. It continues to head in the direction of I-35 and maybe just a little bit southeast there. That would be coming into the northern parts of Ardmore if it holds together. Put this back into motion. You can see how this has progressed today, or at least the last few minutes. So it's jumping in that direction. So it is heading very slowly towards the southeast. Very slowly off towards the southeast, right in here. It's coming right up on I-35. Get a little bit closer in here. Again, just outside of the community of Newport. And there's some roads in here. Not sure if they'll pop up here this close. I'm going to have to get closer to see these. But there's Highway 77, and there's a Lake Scott King that's in there that I'm not familiar with. These roads are tiny out here, so I'm definitely not able to read these. So it's just a couple miles off the highway right now as it works its way in between Springer and Ardmore. But it is going to be heading here towards this northern part of Ardmore, just north of town. So again, if you're just joining us, this is a tornado warning for Carter and Murray counties. So yes, this is over towards the Ardmore area. There's a line of severe storms along I-35 from Oklahoma City Metro all the way down through Love County here along the Oklahoma-Texas border. Does go back into Jefferson County and down into North Texas. So there are some severe storms there. Also more around Durant. There are some more severe storms up there. I'll take another look again at the reflectivity, and you can see how this line has really just redeveloped. The storms out west are no longer severe, so this is what we've got here. So here is your main line right in here, and it continues to press off towards the east and towards the southeast. So this is going to be your line right in here. Everybody out here, we're pretty much done for this evening. So again, it is the areas at I-35 and east that will have to watch for these storms heading through the rest of tonight. I would not be surprised if they go ahead and start dialing back some of the counties on the severe thunderstorm watch here. So again, this had the potential to be a pretty high impact event. All the models were signaling as such. And again, had no reason to doubt it given the environment that was there. And it just didn't happen. Point blank, just didn't happen. So again, it is developing now over towards I-35. So again, that is more of a concern. Again, Ada, Tishomingo, Durant, Marietta, Ardmore right now. So again, that is what we're looking at here. So again, Caitlin, you're just hopping on here. You just heard me mention it looks like a lot of this is going to be east of us now. So I'm not expecting much else. If it's some scattered showers and some brief rumbles, that would be about it. But again, most of this activity is going to be along and east of I-35 now. So again, Norman down through Pauls Valley, Sulphur, Davis, Ardmore, Marietta, down into the Ringling area. That's where we're seeing the storms right now. There's a lingering storm out in West Texas that continues to fade away, but the rest of this that you see back here towards Lawton, Mangum, Altus, this is all just shower activity. There could be some random rumbles in here, but again, not expecting much in the way of severe weather for the rest of tonight. Again, I think a lot of this is main focus is going to be just off towards our east. So again, we've seen warnings northwest, south, and east of southwest Oklahoma for this evening. Again, I could have done some longer form coverage, but some of the warnings were mainly for just some low end strong storms, and again, considering the higher threat and it got work tomorrow, figured I was going to wait for this to ramp up, and it never did. So I got some extra cuddles in, got to feed my daughter a little bit, play with the kids a little bit more, keep an eye on this obviously from my office, but this is not really taken off as it was expected to. So again, definitely some answered prayers here locally to keep it away, but that's not to say that these folks east of us didn't pray enough. Again, just how the atmosphere played out here for tonight. These storms continuing to line up along I-35 from Norman down through Pauls Valley, Sulphur, Davis, Ardmore, and Marietta right now. Back into this storm as it continues to get very close to Interstate 35, north sides of Ardmore. Get back to the Twin Lakes radar that seems to be picking up that circulation a little bit better out there. So again, it's coming right across the highway. So it's right in here now, right in there. So it's coming across, still staying just to the north of Ardmore, just to the south of Springer. So again, this is a very weak circulation right now. It is looking pretty high up in the storm. It's coming from quite a distance away for it. I have not heard of a tornado on the ground with this. There is not hearing that. I would go back into this warning, but this has not been. This has all been radar indicated. Again, not a confirmed tornado with this one at all. It has been mainly just radar indicated. So there's some circulation there on the radar, but there's not been anything that's been confirmed with this storm. Trying to go over here and see if anything else has happened. Trying to search just X and all that stuff and see what's going on across the area, see what's happening. Again, looks like things are developing pretty well southeast of here. Looks like the atmosphere has been worked over here quite a bit here locally, but it is a little bit more bubbling up out towards the east and southeast here. So quite a bit of a difference here from southwest Oklahoma to southern Oklahoma right now. Go back to the reflectivity again. So just an embedded circulation there between Springer and Ardmore. Nothing confirmed with that. There may be some stronger winds that are coming in through Jefferson County here. If I go back to our radar here in Frederick and then pick this apart, there's kind of a sharp drop off there. So there might be some pretty gusty winds that are coming through. Yeah, some gusty winds that are leaving Jefferson County outside of Terrell and heading down towards Ringgold and Nakona, Texas. They're in Montague County. Again, if you're just joining us, no severe warnings for the Lawton, Duncan, Waurika, or Walters, Frederick, Altus, Hobart areas. Again, this is all along and east of Interstate 35. Looks like there's a tornado warning that came out for Durant down around Lake Texoma. Again, that is that atmosphere now is going to be well to the east. Along and east of I-35 is that main area that is going to be seeing the developing severe weather, the escalating severe weather, if you will. And back to our radar here. There is that line, continues to work its way just off to the east of our area. So if you're just hopping in here, we are fine here in Lawton. This is the main line out here towards the east, and it continues to work its way out of the area. So again, everything behind this line, so Highway 81, I-44, 183, 283, all quiet. So again, if anything, there might be a few rumbles, there might be some extra showers, but everything pretty much to the west of I-35 now is just some gusty thunderstorms to some extent. There are still some stronger storms down there heading through Love County that will bear watching with some gusty winds heading towards Gainesville, Texas. But as far as the majority of southwest Oklahoma, it's just rain and scattered rumble or two. That's really about it. Everything back here in the Texas Panhandle has continued to fall apart. As far as its general direction, it's going to be heading, looks like it's going to be heading right along 287 down towards Wichita Falls, Quanah, Vernon. So it looks like that's going to stay just along and south of the Red River. So again, this line continues to stay to our east and no additional development expected here across southwest Oklahoma. The environment out towards the east, southeastern Oklahoma, northeastern Texas, you can see here that continues to be the area of concern. So you can see these areas just north of Ardmore, Caddo, Durant. Those are the areas that have the tornado warnings, and those will continue to be the areas that see the tornado warnings just east of here. Let's see. So there are still some storms down here in Texas. This whole cluster appears to be diving more towards Graham and towards Weatherford and Fort Worth. And there are some scattered storms down here in Wichita Falls. If you'd give it, again, I gave this advice just a little bit ago. if you give this another hour to move down the highway, I would think things would be fine heading from here down towards the Dallas area, or coming up here, excuse me. So if you let this pass, Dion, no, it's coming from Dallas to Lawton. Again, let this pass. It's still got another hour or so before it gets into the Dallas metro area. If you can head further west towards Fort Worth now and then up, you should be fine. Again, this would be coming down towards Denton, McKinney, Plano. Could come into Dallas. It's going to be very close. So again, I was given the directions for the other way from Lawton to Dallas as to wait just a little bit here. But if you're able to get going now and kind of go as far west and then go north, you're going to have a little bit better chance. This storm system out here near Graham still has a lot of lightning and heavy rainfall in it, but there appears to be a window of opportunity there to get up into 287 heading up the highway a little bit here. But yeah, it's going to be filling in at some point here after a little while. Again, if you're just joining us watching from Southwest Oklahoma, there is not any warning, at least for a majority of the area. We're seeing the leading edge of severe storms now leaving Jefferson County, and that is heading into the Carter Murray Love area along I-35. So that is where we're seeing the majority of this severe weather. Dump back in here real quick, see what this is doing. There was that weakening circulation north of Ardmore. If it's still there. So there is still a little bit of circulation right here coming towards the Dixon area. So again, away towards, it's right in there. So heading towards the community of Dixon and down towards Medill. That is where that circulation is heading. Additional strong storms up the line, Wynnewood, up towards Paul's Valley. Some pretty gusty winds there through Wynnewood right now. Looks like there's a little bit of circulation that's trying to get going. Maybe a little bit of weakening circulation there, but right around Wynnewood and Paul's Valley, just in between there, would definitely need to keep an eye on that as well. Go back to the radar here real quick and see what that looks like. Kind of the tail end of the storm here. Maybe some flash flooding taking place here along that line too. These are some slow moving storms that continue to work their way towards the southeast. So Zane asking about, is Maysville good for the night, or is there more rounds coming? So hop in here, try to remember where Maysville was. Challenging my geography over here real quick. So there it is. So right now it's still coming through. Not anything back there towards Lindsay. And here in the next 5-10 minutes, it looks like it's going to be coming to an end here, Zane. So not expecting much, if anything else. There might be some heavier downpours. Try to come back around here from up north here, just south of Norman. But it looks like most of this is going to stay just out of reach. It's going to be ending here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. You'll hear the rumbles for the next half hour or so, but it looks like most of that is going to stay off to your east there, Zane. So heading in the right direction. I'm not expecting much else here for the rest of tonight. Back out again for the rest of the area here real quick. You can see, again, the tornado warnings are now mostly for areas east of I-35. There are 3 tornado warnings around Dixon, which is just east of Ardmore, Caddo, and Durant. Again, east of I-35. Once this last little tornado warning moves out, last severe thunderstorm warning moves out, that'll pretty much be it for us. Again, there's a new severe warning. So that officially clears out Jefferson County from the warnings. So again, that's ended pretty quickly. The rest of the area you can see just is some rain that continues to fill in. Not expecting that to develop into anything else. Again, that warning for that tornado warning is now east of the Ardmore area and continues to weaken. And that will be outside of an area that I typically cover. So for right now, I believe I will just hop off of here. This is heavier rain and some baseline storms that continue to work their way east of I-35 and down into Texas. The rest of the area is much quieter and starting to get quieter for tonight. So we are transitioning in the right direction. Storms are heading the right way or weakening, and it looks like things should be quieter for the overnight hours. We'll talk more about forecast. I'll put out a forecast for the rest of the week here coming up later on this evening into tomorrow, but it looks like as far as the severity goes, the strongest storms are going to stay east of I-35 for tonight. So that is great news for us. Definitely surrounded by prayer. Folks, got this out of here. It's not a concern here for tonight. But again, say a prayer for those out east of here as those storms continue to take shape and continue to race off towards the east with potentially damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes for the rest of tonight. But we are getting quiet here in southwest Oklahoma and heading in the right direction for tonight. Hope everybody has a great night. Enjoy your week to come. Of course, we'll have an update on the forecast, another live forecast coming up here on Wednesday evening, but always stay tuned to those forecasts every day and on the radio as we continue to listen out for those storm chances for not tonight again, but any future storm chances. You can hear those updates on the radio heading through the rest of the week. So appreciate your support, folks. Have a great night, and I will continue to keep an eye on things, but it looks like things quieting down here for the rest of tonight. Have a great night, folks.